Would I be wrong for asking for separation after my wife told me to get over the loss of my friend? My friend unexpectedly lost her life in car crash 5 months ago. I've known her since childhood, practically since we were babies, because her father and my father were best friends since college. So we were pretty close friends our entire life. I married my wife 6 years ago, and we have 2 children. Our marriage was pretty amazing till my friend's death 5 months ago. I will admit it felt like a hole had been pierced in my heart. I was asked to speak at her funeral because I was considered her best friend, and I couldn't say anything and just teared up. My wife helped me a lot through my grieving process. I also started seeing an online grief counselor who has helped me a lot. I was really thankful for my wife for being there for me while I was dealing with the grief. It has been 5 months, and I am still grieving. My counselor said there was no right amount of time to get over grief, and it was important that I was allowed time to work through it. Over these past 5 months, there are times when I just zone out and feel guilty, especially when I'm having a romantic moment with my wife, and my wife does sense it. Last night, we were cuddling and having another romantic moment while I was massaging her hands. We were both extremely drunk, and I zoned out again till I was brought back to reality by my wife. My wife then casually asked when I would get over her loss, and that it wasn't like my friend was my soulmate. When she said the word soulmate, I broke down completely again, and my wife immediately apologized and said she shouldn't have said what she said. I then asked my wife if we could temporarily separate till I am more in tune with my feelings and am better able to handle my grief, which then caused my wife to cry a lot. I am sober now, but am still considering temporary separation, not a divorce. I would still be in a co-parenting relationship with my wife. Just being with my wife right now is causing me more grief even though it is not her fault at all. I think a separation might potentially help with my grief. Update. Thanks Reddit. I had a sort of coming to Jesus moment after reading the comments and realized my wife does not deserve how I've been treating her the past few months. I have been so self-absorbed with sadness and guilt that I have sort of just forgotten about my wife. It was a moment of weakness on my part. I apologized to my wife a couple of hours ago for bringing up separation and for how I've been behaving the past few months, and she was really happy about the apology and said I had no reason to apologize, and we had a really romantic moment after that. I am still going to start looking for an in-person therapist, as I think it will be beneficial, but I am now going to focus on giving a 100% to my wife. We only have one life, and we deserve to live it to the fullest, and I will try to my best with my wife and my 2 children. As far as my friend, we did have extremely strong non-romantic feelings for each other, but I'd rather not get into it too much, as I am now just going focus on my wife and my 2 children.